2.5 Order of Operations Part 2, page 176, 177, looking at number 14 from your book. Okay, so here's a problem that has both parentheses and also brackets. We also have a very important concept that has to do with exponents, and I have it written here in red. Okay, so let's say if you have a negative number, negative 10, in parentheses, squared. That means negative 10 times negative 10, which is positive 100. Another possibility is having just negative 10 squared, no parentheses. That's completely different. What this says is carry the negative over as part of your answer, and we just square the 10. So this is just carry the negative over and then do 10 times 10. So that's negative 100. If you have the parentheses, that means that you're going to square the negative 10. If we don't have parentheses, we just square the 10 and the negative just carries over in your answer. Okay, so we need to remember this for this problem. This problem looks maybe a little bit complicated. There's a lot of things going on, but as long as you write out your steps, it shouldn't be too bad. So we want to start step 1 with our grouping symbols. Okay, and make sure you recopy everything exactly. Don't drop parentheses or brackets when you're rewriting your problem, unless you can. So most of the time we shouldn't be dropping parentheses or brackets, so be very careful. Okay, so let's take a look at this problem. Okay, the first thing I can do here is I can definitely simplify this part. Okay, so I do 9 minus 11, and we still want to have our parentheses there, so that's going to give us a negative 2. Now, let's take a look at our brackets. Okay, so inside the brackets we have exponents, we have multiplication, we have addition, subtraction. So the first step here, since there's no operation in the parentheses, the first step would be to simplify your exponents. Right here, start at the left. It says negative 10 in parentheses squared. We know that that's going to be positive 100. So I just write positive 100, and I'm just going to recopy everything else, times 2 plus 6, and I can also simplify the exponent part here. Negative 5 squared means positive 25, so parentheses 25. And now we have to be careful because right here it says negative 10 squared. Bring down your negative 100 plus 3 times 5. Okay. All right, next step. Carry down your negative 2. And then we have our bracket. Okay, since we completed the exponent simplification, let's now multiply. Start on the left. So we have 100 times 2. That gives us 200. Plus, I can also multiply 6 times 25. So that gives us 150. Minus 100. Plus, we can also do 3 times 5, 15. Close your bracket. Okay. Negative 2 in parentheses and then bracket. Okay, inside our brackets, we need to add and subtract left to right. So we have 200 plus 150, that gives us 350. Minus 100 plus 15. Keep going. 350 minus 100, that gives us 250 plus 15. Okay, almost there. Negative 2. 250 plus 15, that gives us 265. Okay, so now your very last step, okay, after I have simplified what's inside of my brackets and I got down to one number, the last thing we're going to do here is multiply. -2 times 265, we get our final answer, -530. And that's it. So we're done.